Well, the Blue Jackets go into play tonight without their Vezina Trophy winning goaltender last year. Sergei Bobrovsky is going to miss the next 4 to 5 weeks. And, Jody, that's obviously a big hole to fill.
Yeah, that's big. Sergei Bobrovsky is a big part of this team. He's done his job here for the team the last little bit. And now Curtis McElligott has a chance to step up and grab that role.
Curtis McElligott is a guy that has plenty of NHL experience and American Hockey League experience. And he's a guy that Nick Foligno says the team feels good about.
I mean, we obviously miss Bob. He's a great player, great teammate, and we know he's going to bounce back quick. But Curtis is a great goaltender and another great teammate, and a guy that we have a ton of confidence in and know that he's going to do the job for us, and we just got to be there to make it a little bit easier on him.
Well, let's talk about a guy that's coming back into the lineup tonight for the Blue Jackets, and that's Derek McKenzie. And, Jody, I don't know how many teams in the NHL get excited about a third or fourth line guy coming back into the lineup, but for the Blue Jackets, Derek McKenzie is such a heart and soul guy. His return means a lot, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah, and he's a leader in this team. He's a guy that brings energy. He plays the right way. There's an identity that the Blue Jackets want to play to, and Derek McKenzie brings it every shift in that fashion. So to have him back in the lineup is a huge boost here tonight.
And Derek McKenzie figures that this might be his type of game because he says the Blue Jackets are going to have a good forecheck against the Wild.
Obviously, not being in the games, it's hard to kind of get a feel on things, but from talking to Richie, I guess he really liked the second period against Tampa Bay, and I think that was because, we got pucks deep and we're first to pucks and had a good forecheck. So, I know he's looking for 60 minutes of that tonight, and hopefully I can bring a little bit of that to the team.
Even though the Minnesota Wild is a very responsible defensive team, they also have some pretty good offense, too, when you look at Mika Koivu, Jason Pominville, and Zach Parise.
Yeah, these guys are big names. They're dynamic. They're quick. They can score. And they have good chemistry. So the Minnesota Wild is benefiting from the play of these three guys.
And don't forget on the blue line, they have one of the best defensemen in the league, and that's Ryan Suter.
Huge offseason acquisition a couple of years ago. He's a horse back there. They didn't know how he was going to do away from Weber, but here he is, found a role in Minnesota.
He certainly has. And that'll do it for tonight's Time Warner Rink Report. For Jody Shelley, I'm Bob McElligott. Enjoy the game.